since breakfast.
Well,
I
I thought the whole point was you were going to have a lazy day today.
No, the point was that we were doing no tasks for other people today. Today was a housework day. I cleaned the house for maybe like 6 hours straight. Lucas was working on putting flooring in the hallway. And he mowed the lawn. And I made breakfast.
I got up early.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you guys were gonna have like a lazy, cute little couch day.
Oh no, today was a houseworking day.
Oh, I rented a movie on Amazon last night, and I have to say, it had good actors in it. It had Dylan
Mhm.
Sprouse in it and Josh Duhamel, who I like both those actors.
Mhm.
It was a cop movie. The whole premise was good. Like I think I've seen the storyline before, but kind of not.
Yeah.
But it was a B movie. Like you can tell the quality of the recording wasn't as good, and all the money went to the Sprouse and the other guy, Duhamel, and it didn't. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the other actors could have been better. So it was a decent B movie. I rented it a little bit late last night, so you should be able to watch it tonight if you guys sit down and watch a movie.
Okay.
So
Just a B movie though. What was it about?
Well, I can't give it all away, but it was a cop movie. Okay, Josh Duhamel is supposed to be retiring. Then this kid comes in. He's all beat up looking. You can clearly tell he just had murdered somebody because they kind of show it in the beginning. And then you just hear someone screaming, and no, no. And then he comes out of the house. And then he will only speak to him. And he wants him to figure out, and his son will only live if he solves 3 crimes.
Ooh, it's kind of like a Saw thing.
Kind of like a Saw thing. That's what I mean. Like, I really liked it. It just, and it was very deep. Like, it's all about like political corruption with the police force. Like, it was actually really good. But as a B movie, like, it could have been so much better had it maybe had better quality, like film editing, and you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Spent the money on the Sprouse.
yeah. But it was funny because there's this one part where like he's looking for a son or whatever. I'm not giving anything else away, but she's like, like the girl's looking and she's like, sorry, I think we're gonna be too late. It's like he's not gonna be like, okay, let's just go home.
Yeah, what?
Well, dead or alive, he wants to find his son. So, but it was like she gave it way too easy. I was like,
I'm sorry. We're just gonna have to let your son die. This is too hard.
I can't figure out this puzzle. I've had enough.
Yeah. Let's just go home. It's getting late. I don't want to work overtime.
My husband is gonna make me dinner. Like,
Yeah.
it's
It's taco night. I love taco night.
Yeah, that was the only like weird part, and that was towards the end. But I'm like, she gave it way too easy. That was weird. Like, an editor should have been like, oh no, we need to either cut that out or redo that. 'Cause no. But yeah, other than that, so it was a good B movie. But I'm just saying, like, it could have been way better, and you could have left the actors and maybe changed some other things up. But
yeah,
no, it was good. So I'm going to do this. Welcome to the Raining Cats and Dogs podcast. I'm your host, Shannon.
I'm Arianna.
And welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm not sure how you found us, so write and let us know how you found us. Write into Instagram or on Reddit. And we are a mother and daughter duo that chit chat and discuss Reddit stories.
Yep.
That's a trio because Lucas does kind of chime in here and there because he's generally around. That's Ariana's boyfriend, Lucas. But yeah, welcome everyone. He's flexing. We don't show the videos, so that would be funny. Actually,
you gotta go back, screenshot that, and put it on
I
the
might
Instagram.
have to screenshot, and that might be part of the Instagram video. That was funny. Hey, at least you have muscles to flex.
Yeah, they're huge.
Ginormous.
He was just admiring his own thighs earlier, saying his thighs have gotten bigger.
Oh, jeez.
More defined.
Okay.
Like bigger, it would just be muscle anyways.
He would make Thor jealous.
Yes.
That's funny. So you were busy. You're supposed to be relaxing. Like yesterday, Arianna was like crazy. I was scheduled in for some family time from scheduled in from like 10 to like 2. She got here around 11:30. She was running late, and it was nice because Amanda visited too. So it was nice. And then your brother and Alyssa came over. So that was also nice. We almost had a family pool day. I'm going to count it as a family pool day, except Ariana was outside the pool. She did not go in the pool.
Yeah, well, they went in like half an hour before I get ready to leave.
Yeah. So I get it. Like, it's too much effort to then change and change back.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it was nice. I did that, and then we went to going away party because one of Luke's friends is moving for a new job opportunity.
Yes, moving to Germany. So,
Yes.
and we have a couple of people that listen from Germany. So, hello. I love Germany. We visited
Find him.
a couple towns in Germany. It was nice.
Yeah, so then we
We're
did
not going to
that.
say his name. Why did you say find him? We don't want people to find him unless you're just being nice.
They're gonna let him stay with them.
That would be cool. Hey, I just saw a TikTok about this is something that happened like in the like 30s and 40s and now is like happening again. There's nuns homes where you can that's houses nuns. You have to follow the rules in like New York City and then you can stay with them, rent this room and listen to their rules for $200 a month and you get breakfast. You can male visitors can only stay on the first floor. Yeah,
Oh,
and
like a
then
pretty good deal to me.
they offer games and things. Alcohol cannot be in your room, so you can drink
Yeah.
it like out socially, but not in your room.
Like it's all pretty reasonable requests.
For $200 a month, I'm like, hey, will they let me bring on my pets? I'm gonna go live with some nuns.
Yeah, you should do it. Yes, but back to yesterday, and then after that, we went to a concert, and we were there very late.
So who'd you see?
We saw it was Wiz Khalifa and MGK. Not usually my type of music,
Was it fun though?
but it was fun. I feel like any concert like is fun. Like if you can just, enjoy if you're with good people, just have a good time.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, I was watching Zuko and Pippin's Ariana's two dogs while they were at the concert and went to their party and then they had their after party. They had so many parties yesterday.
Yeah, and then the after party.
Cool. So you didn't sleep at all, did you?
No, no. We came back, so like take care of all the dogs and the animals that are doing things at home, and then we were watching TikTok on our phone like right before bed, and then I hear like the same video play like 5 times. I look over, he could still sleep holding his phone up on TikTok.
That's funny. Did you turn it off then for him?
It's like
You
the
listen to
same
the
video's
TikTok
been
all night.
playing. Are you asleep? He's like, what?
She's like, he really likes that TikTok. Okay.
It was a good one. I think there was one about building, like, a thing for cats. So it's like one person's like, is he trying to look at the product for, like, because it was, like, a floor to ceiling cat tree? And I was like, "Oh, no, I think he fell asleep."
That's funny. You're like, wow, he's really studying this.
Uh, it was
That's funny.
and then know what I did? I'm so upset with myself that I didn't risk it this time.
What?
I so I got home, I had brought the leftovers because we made sushi bake. I
Yep.
put the seafood in the the not the seafood, the seaweed wraps in the
Hmm.
pantry, but I never put the actual container of the food in the fridge.
Oh no, Ari, what is wrong with you? This is not the first time you did that.
But I threw it out because last week I did make a chicken thigh meal in the crock pot, forgot to put it away, but me and Lucas did risk it and eat it for 2 more nights after that.
That is so disgusting, and you're so lucky you did not get sick. That
It
is
tasted so good though.
that is disgusting. But
Do it for anyone else. Like,
no,
it's
that's
I
true.
even went in the bathroom and was like, "Do we risk it or should I throw it away?" They're like, "We're gonna eat it one night and then we'll throw it away." Then we ate it. Then I was like, "Do you feel fine?" He's like, "Yeah, I feel fine." So we're like, "Okay, let's just eat the rest."
So did you just keep leaving it out, or did you refrigerate it on
I
day 2?
refrigerated it.
Well, I guess if it's in, like, barbecues and stuff, it's acidic, so maybe helps stop salmonella a little bit, maybe? I don't know.
Hopefully.
You're healthy,
Well,
I mean
we're fine though, so
yeah, hopefully.
whoops.
Did you hear did you know USA had, like, a soccer team that they played, like, in the, like, big, I don't know, FIFA Bowls or whatever's happening now? Did you know USA had a soccer team?
Yes, I just opened the cupboard to get because I was gonna make a drink, and bowls just fell
Oh.
on me.
Oh my gosh.
Luckily, it's the plastic and not the actual plate.
Well, yeah, that would be awful. You'd probably be like, "We need to pause. I need to clean up the mess now."
Oh my gosh.
And you might have a concussion.
But I assumed the US played in the World Cup. It's
But
the
we
world.
so
We have
yeah,
a
thank
soccer
you.
team.
Like, it's FIFA, right? The World Cup is, like, the organization
Yeah.
FIFA, okay. I'm like, "Am I wrong?" But yeah, no, but I guess I assume, but we never hear anything about the USA. Oh my gosh, I saw clips of it. We beat Paraguay 4-1. I'm like, "Oh, we're kind of in this," because, like, they thought we'd be knocked out so, like, very early on and that we had, like, I don't know, like, a 5% chance of doing well, I guess.
Mm.
But you know what? The other countries' people, they're not used to our weather. They are all like, it's really hot in the South, which
What? I thought, like, other countries have really hot weather. I didn't think we had hot weather.
like Spain does, right?
Yeah.
But
Is it
like
just different?
but like England can get hot days, but not like us. It's different. Plus, we have humidity. Like if you're in like North Carolina, Boston, though Boston, I don't feel like it's that hot yet, but apparently it's way hotter than they're used to.
Interesting.
But I've been loving, like, seeing the Scottish men. Right now, they're in Boston. I wish I was in Boston. They're, like,
Oh,
singing songs in bars, and they're like it was, "Take Me Home," that country song, and
oh,
with their Scottish brog, like, it was just so great, and then,
should have took off and, just hung out in some bars this past
yeah,
weekend.
maybe I can get you a stepdaddy.
Yeah.
It just sounded weird when I said it, but, or girls. But, yeah, and then so they're there. Sorry, I get distracted with the whole stuff daddy thing. And then there's like people going nuts over our food and like shopping at Target and like I guess it's just different, right? Like I love going to Europe because it's different. And like the one girl's like going insane about ranch because apparently they don't have ranch and she is going nuts over ranch. And a couple of people are like, now I know why United States people like to have ice in their drinks. Like they get it now. And then, like, hearing them talk about our sizing, like, they went to, like, McDonald's and, like, they got a medium drink and it was ginormous, like, like
I
the
do hate
things.
that now.
Yeah. Though, the cold drinks are huge, like, there's a coffee place called Tim Hortons, it's from Canada, that's in the United States, but actually Burger King bought them out, actually. Um,
What? That's a no.
yeah, I know, but they haven't changed anything, so, like, they're keeping Tim Hortons, true to Tim Horton, the hockey player.
Yeah, but I just have to order a small now because their mediums to me are just massive. So
Yeah.
it's like I just want a small.
I ordered a medium the other day, I'm like, for a while, I thought they got smaller. Remember they were getting, like, smaller? And now I'm like, "What is this? This is bigger." Though I feel like their hot cups are getting smaller and their cold cups are getting bigger. It's like
Yeah, the hot small cup now is like maybe a half a cup of liquid. Like,
yeah. So I was coming in between, like, sometimes I travel a little bit for work during the day, and so next to one of my works, there's a Dunkin' Donuts, so I'm like, "Oh," and I'm like, "If there's not a line, I won't go." But there wasn't a line. I'm like, "Okay." And then plus it was, like, my lunch break too that I usually take in between. And I'm like, I got myself I just wanted, like, a tea. And it actually tasted I got half tea, half lemonade, nothing sweet, so it actually still tasted like tea because there's enough sugar in the lemonade with non-sugar raspberry syrup. It was so good. But I asked for a medium, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. I gotta carry this into work." It's like my whole body was loud that day, like, I had to stop and talk to someone in an office, and she could hear the silence from me walking, so I had on high-heeled sandals that, like,
oh,
clipped, like, every time I walked, click, clack.
oh my gosh.
So I had my bag, my laptop bag over my shoulder, but it also has, like, handles, so they're flapping on the, like, fake leather part of the bag, and then the cups went, there was this giant cup from the Dunkin' Donuts, and it was like, "Shh, shh, shh." So, like, I'm walking, like, I was so loud that I saw them at the door, and she just automatically looked up from her computer and said to talk to someone, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm so loud. You heard the silence stop at your door, right?" She was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'm just loud. It's the shoes, it's this, it's the
My
drink.
God,
It's everything." I am really announcing my presence when I walk through the building right now.
that's funny.
I was like, "Oh my god," because you know how, like, shoes make you conscious, but literally the whole package of me was just
You're just allowed all. Well, that's funny because I was at work the other day and the one coworker she walked in and she's like, I have to remember not wear flip-flops again. I hate that, everyone can hear me walking.
Yes, I hate that. Or even the clickers, like, if you wear, like, real dressy heels,
Mhm.
that too, but it's the flap of because the way my sandals are, like and they were nice sandals, like, they have heel it's just my heel hits every time, and I hate it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's that flip-flop noise. Hate that noise. But, like, yeah, I was just it was a mess. Did I tell you I went to the dentist on last Monday?
You did not?
Well, I was processing from the last podcast night. So, went to the dentist and had a cleaning. Now, I know I've discussed on here before, like, I have a really bad anxiety about going to the dentist. I feel like I'm going to drown. I feel like all of a sudden I'm just a mouth breather. Like, my nose closes up and I can't breathe, and then they're doing things in your mouth. And it's a whole thing. Like, I almost ran out of the dentist last time I had an old cavity filled because I had an old silver filling and they had to, repair it. So she's like, "You one back tooth is cracked." And I kinda knew this because as I've been flossing, I'm like, "What? Why is my it's going there?" And when I was, like, 5 years old, I had, like, a filling from back there. I'm like,
Mhm.
"Look, I have really bad anxiety, and then you guys give me Novocaine, which races my heart." I'm like she's like, "Oh, we can, like, actually now put epinephrine in it so it doesn't race your heart." I'm like, "Well, that's good." She's like, "How about the laughing gas?" She's like, "Let's try it." I'm like, "Okay, I'm willing to try, but I'm not putting that mouthpiece thing in there. I can't." And she's like, "Okay, well, we will try." I'm like, "Okay," because I need to have a crown put on over it. But then, like, "Can't
Mhm.
you just bond it? Can't we do something quicker? Do we need to have the whole process of a crown?" She's like, "Well, we need to get that metal out. It's cracked. We want to seal that and then put the thing on it." I'm like, "Ugh, I don't know. I feel like there's a cheaper
They
way."
could just put you under.
Like, I don't know. So a coworker of mine, she was like, "Oh, I have such bad like, I she passes out at the dentist because her anxiety." She's like, "So they put me under." I'm like, "Okay, well, if this doesn't work out, I'm gonna have to go to a different dentist or a specialist dentist so I can get knocked over out for teeth work." Then at that point, do a lot. Like, I'm okay. I can manage my anxiety for the, like, cleanings, but that's it. Like, I need another plan. So if this time doesn't work out, I'm going to need to go somewhere where they knock me out. Though the problem is when I'm lightly sedated, I'm an asshole and I try to
Oh, that's right.
yes. Because then I try to fight people because I have a sleep disorder apparently. Do you know why you have night terrors? And it
Mhm.
makes so much sense. Like sometimes like as I'm falling asleep, I'm hearing a TV, but I'm dreaming. You know what I mean? Like everything's rolled into one. Because I do instantly fall asleep, but the problem is my REM hits first before my body's fully in that deep sleep, and that's why
Oh,
your past and present are all mixing in together.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Huh. See, it takes me forever to fall asleep.
See, like, no, my problem is if I wake up, I have a hard time falling back to sleep, but it's the whole thing. Like, I haven't had as bad of night terrors, but apparently, I mean, it was just a few years ago, and I have to go next year, I think, for the colonoscopy and endoscopy. Like, I've gotta go back. I'm sure they don't wanna see me again. Like, "You can do it every 5 years now." I'm like, "Okay. See ya." See ya. It seems like it happened really quick. I feel like it was just last year, but yeah. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't wanna be a jerk when I'm asleep, but apparently I'm fighting for my life, and to be fair, you're either putting stuff in my mouth or if you have a colonoscopy, up your rectum, like, I mean, a normal person, if they were somewhat awake or conscious, he would be fighting. So
It's true.
yeah. Speaking of rectums, I don't know what side of TikTok I went on, or I must have been scrolling too much this weekend and I got on a weird side of TikTok. So, did you know that if you know how to know if you have an itchy rectum, like, or it keeps you up at night,
What?
you probably have pinworms, and how they find out
Yes.
send it in to get looked at is you take Scotch tape and you put it over your bum and then remove it.
Ew, what?
Wake up. Yes, because they lay eggs outside your bum, and that's why it's itchy.
Ew, that's
And it can also be
disgusting.
seen under a microscope.
That's disgusting.
And then I'm like, okay, if I think, and they say it's very common in the United States that you have is the most common human parasite. So I
Ew.
was like, I did buy Paraguards. I know, like, back a few years ago, that was a trend of people like deworming themselves. Okay. And now that I have an itchy bum, but I'm thinking I want to deworm myself now because I'm just gross. And other countries, when you're a child, they deworm you. They we don't deworm humans. And they said they highly recommend it if you're around pets and things.
Oh my gosh, I should get dewormed.
Yeah, I bought Paragard. I'm gonna do that. Then there's also like over the counter medicine that you can get to deworm yourself for pinworms too. I'm like, that's by weight. I'm like, well, you know what? I think I'm just gonna do the Paragard and see if that does anything with my body. And then if I feel like I need more, or if I'm having some odd symptoms, then I'll do more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let me know how that goes.
I think I'm just scared because like I don't want to have like a violent reaction like being at work and then have to like really.
Oh gosh, that'd be awful.
Yeah, I don't, you don't want to be having diarrhea when you're in an office.
No.
That's embarrassing and gross. Not
Alright.
that, everyone's probably had it happen, but like like doing it to myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So do you have anything to share on that note?
I guess on that note, I could actually follow up with something. So I had a very embarrassing time at work the
You do,
one day.
you gonna share this?
Yes,
Okay.
it's a natural thing.
It is a natural thing.
'Cause it'll make sense. I'm following up with a. We're gonna go right into a Reddit story right after.
Okay. So why were you embarrassed at work?
Well, because I was on my period and I accidentally. Well, so as a part of like I feel like it's a courtesy. So what you do is if there's, like, not, like, one of those bathrooms where you put it in, like, the little paper bag, you
Hmm.
usually wrap everything in toilet paper and put it in the garbage. Well, I had a little just had blank for a moment. I did not forgot to wrap it with toilet paper and put it in the garbage. And I came back and someone already covered it in the garbage.
It's so embarrassing.
Yes.
You work in a small office, so they know who's doing it. They know it's you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very embarrassing.
Yeah. So embarrassing. Well, it's okay. It's natural, and then for the next time. Would be more embarrassing is if you like your boss came over and she said, Ari, look, we have a hygiene thing to discuss with you.
Can you imagine?
That'd be so embarrassing.
Well, yeah, crazy. But then I saw this on Reddit, which I don't know, this I think is worse. Do you wanna hear it?
No go. Oh yeah, I said no. Yeah, right ahead.
From r/2x chromosomes posted by LB Do you Puis. I tried to change my tampon at work and embarrassment ensued.
Oh no, what happened?
I went to the first of the 3 stalls. One of my coworkers was in the middle stall. There was no toilet paper in the locked dispenser, but someone had placed a roll on top. First, I try to grab the roll and knock it onto the floor where it rolls out the front of my stall into the bathroom. Carefully, I pull it back into my stall and then use some of the toilet paper that had been all over the bathroom floor to wrap the used tampon. The trash receptacles in the stalls are maybe a foot tall and have a slanted lid that you have to push to open. I reach down to throw out the wad of toilet paper with blood spots soaking through and drop it. The bloody wad rolls down the lid of the trash and onto the next stall where my coworker is.
Oh
I can
god.
only imagine her horror with this bloody thing rolled in front from the next stall over.
Blech.
Mortified, I scrambled and reached into her stall to grab it off the floor, but in my rush, I smacked my head against the stall wall. I managed to reach it and throw it away and wait for my coworker to leave so I can die of embarrassment in peace.
That'd be so me hitting my head, like just trying to panic and grab it.
I don't
Oh, that's so nasty because you're the coworker just seeing this tampon thing rolling towards you.
gross.
It's so gross. Like it's natural, it's normal, but ew, it's so gross. Oh, yeah, do
I
that.
thought that was funny.
That was funny. Yeah, you kind of felt that, right? This week, you're like, I'm in my feels. I get that.
Yes.
Ew. Poor girl. Actually, I'd say both. Poor both the girls. 'Cause, like, could you imagine sitting there hearing someone smack their
There's an arm coming from underneath the stall towards the wad.
yes, and then the arms coming towards it. You're like, what the hell is happening? Trust me, I'm sure the person that's in there is like, oh my god, they have a story for all their friends.
I know. You would not believe what happened today.
Uh-huh.
Craziness.
That's funny.
All right, we can move on. Are you done? Any news with Shannon, or are we on to some more Reddit stories?
I think my only news was to discuss a soccer. Hold on, let me see if anything else. Nope, that was it. And then the whole the pinworm news. So gross.
Very gross. All right. Oh, I do have something to discuss. We're starting putting flooring down in our hallway. We
Mhm.
thought it'd be this quick thing, right? Our hallway is pretty small. And just go, just do the hallway. Then we rip up the hallway rug and we're about to get started, and then we realize, well, we kinda actually need to go into the other room because we wanna just be continuous floor through the bedrooms in the
Oh,
hallway. So,
yeah.
we actually do need to go in that room. So we get that done, we get the floor started. We have all these issues with, doorways and stuff we gotta cut around. And then we're like, "Oh, we've gotta go into the other room at the other end of the hallway."
Mhm.
So, today we ripped up that rug and our garbage is already full.
Oh, geez.
This quick, easy project turned into a very big project. Now
It
we're
seems easy, just do your hallway, but then,
and
yeah,
now we're ripping off baseboards. We're just gonna replace the baseboard, and now we're adding trim around the one opening into the kitchen.
oh, geez. Alright, yeah, so it turned into a bigger project than what you thought.
Yeah, so that was what Lucas worked on all day today while
Oh,
I
yeah, I
cleaned.
want you to take a good photo and send it to me of what you did for your cats. So Ariana hung up all by herself. She found studs and everything, which I don't even know how to do, for her cats to have, like, walking paths and, like, jump up high, in her living room.
Yes. Oh, you can say I used the photo. I sent you a photo of Maisie chilling in there. It's actually in the kitchen. It's on the one side of the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, so I built everything and hung everything up myself, and finding studs is easy when you buy a stud finder.
Oh, okay. But I don't even know what that means. Okay, I've located a stud. Now what do I do with it?
You That's where you you put your screw, and you don't need to use the anchor in the drywall.
Okay. I never use anchor, so I don't know. That I can't I really shouldn't be hanging anything up in my house.
No.
So, yeah. So any help that you want to give, I appreciate, but I do wanna hang this up in my living room for my cats. I think that they would enjoy this a lot.
I will do that for you. Make sure
Yeah.
everything is placed so they won't have a bad experience and break your wall.
Yes. Oh, I do have to say, so I was watching Pippins and Zuko, and Pippins, I know, he's been a bit of a menace, teenager, acting out a little bit for you. So for me, he was really good, except so now Ariana has, 100-pound Alaskan Malamute, and then, I don't know, a 15-pound Corgi. He's still a puppy. So, like, I'm walking them both together. My 2 dogs are off leash in my backyard. I'm walking these 2 together, to go to the bathroom, and Pippin's, like, yipped at me, like, he got sassy, and then laid down in the grass when Zuko wanted to go. Then I'm, like, dragging him, like, "Pippins, get up!" Like, come on. He just wanted to lay in the grass, but Zuko still had to go potty. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is not working out well." I mean, it ended up being okay, but he was funny. He was, like, yelling at me.
He was yelling at you? He
Yes.
does do that though, where he just lays in the ground,
Well, then he got
rolls.
sassy with me because I think, say, at first I didn't realize he wasn't walking. I was dragging him a little bit, and then he got rah, rah, like he was like kind of got mouthy with me a little bit. Like I can't do it. Like he yipped at me a few times, and I was like, "No, Pippin's gonna come on, gotta walk, gotta go with Zuko." And then he was fine, but I was like, "Oh, he's a little bit sassy." He's like, "I want to do what I want to do."
He's a very sassy boy.
It was just funny. I mean, he didn't get to do what he wanted to do, but yeah. I'm like, "Look, I get it, but we gotta keep up." Like, and then Pippin's was like, Pippin's like pretty much running. Zuko's like slow walking. I'm like, come on. And he's probably like, I'm tired. Like, let me lay in the grass.
Oh, yes. Speaking of Zuko, he has gained 17 pounds since he last went to the vet.
Since he left Grandma's house.
And he right now has a double ear infection. I feel so bad for him.
Yes, he bumped like going into my house. He must have accidentally like bumped my doorway because he
Mm.
yelped a little. I'm like, oh, his ear
Oh,
hurts so bad.
I know, poor buddy.
Yeah.
He goes back in 3 weeks to get it looked at, but I've got stuff to put in every day and special cleaner.
Yeah, do you also give him antibiotics?
Nope, it's just, like, the special stuff that goes in his ear.
Okay, because you'd think you'd have to give him antibiotics too.
You would think, yeah, that's what I assume, but guess
Especially
not.
because it's so painful, like, I get, like, you putting this stuff in. I just thought he'd also have something to fight the infection, but I guess dogs' ears are different because when with humans, well, sometimes you put drops in ears, but you also take an antibiotic.
Yeah. Yeah, I said it because they did, like, a test to see what was going on in there,
Mhm.
and something he's like, "It could have been brought up because 'cause he's been there before, about licking his paws and things around this
Yeah.
time." And remember last time apparently it was last March, I took him in for his ears. They didn't have an infection then. I just had noticed there'd been like, he was going after them a lot more, and he
Yeah.
gave me, like, just an ear wash. So, he's like, "It probably just got brought on by allergies and then just got worse." And I was like, "I blame Pippins, he's always messing with Zuko's ears."
Yeah. It's Pippin's fault. Little stinker. Yeah. No, that's funny. And then Alice has just been so cute. I'll actually share also a photo of Alice is just like carrying around her stuffed animals. Like now she like when she before she sleeps on the couch, she like snuggles with them too. So she's like sometimes she's snuggling me and then the animal, or she's just like laying on the couch snuggling with her stuffed animal.
Oh, that's
Really
cute.
cute. Yeah, she was very upset at you yesterday, actually, Ariana, when you left last night when you came to
Oh.
pick up your dogs. So when Ariana got here, Alice likes toys. And so when Ari got here, she had taken out for Pippins his favorite toy. It's like a hot dog, squeaker things toy. But Alice was, like, right there to when she was taking stuff out of the bag, and she handed it to Alice. So Alice was, like, carrying it around most of the night. So she thought Ari brought her a toy. And then as Ari was picking up, the look she gave you when you put it back in your bag, she was so upset with you last night.
Next time I come over, I need to bring Alice her own toy to keep.
Yes. We have so many toys, but, like, she clings on to her favorite, and last night, that was her favorite.
Oh,
She's like, "Ari loves me. She got me something."
oh gosh, poor Alice.
And I have enough toys here. You don't need to bring something for Pippins. It's fine.
Mm. Well, I just wanted him to be comfortable, it's his favorite.
Yeah, it's fine. That's like, when you take kids to daycare, you don't bring the favorite toy because other kids want to touch it and you don't necessarily want to share. So keep his favorite toy at home. It's fine.
Okay.
I have so many toys. And he, you know what? He never did. Well, Alice pretty much had it, but he didn't really attempt to take the hot dog. He just grabbed other toys to play with.
That's true.
So it was all good. So, otherwise, I would have had to put the hot dog up because then they'd be fighting over it. Children. All right. Let's get into some Reddit stories,
Alright.
or more
More
Reddit stories, I should say.
more. Alright, let's do r/AITH posted by extension dash suite dash 4354. Am I the asshole for getting the best room by outpricing my roommates?
Yes. Probably if you didn't give them an option. Yes.
My roommates and I, 20 female, are going to be sharing a 4-bedroom house this year. The house is really nice, with the bedroom having its own bathroom and lots of space. There is almost no difference in the size of the rooms, but 2 of the rooms, one upstairs and one downstairs, have 2 windows and therefore extra light, while the other 2 have less natural light. The house is cheaper than the market average at 800 a month per person in an area with typically 1,000 to 1,400 per month. Everyone has a preference for the top room with more light. Everyone prefers the bottom room with less light the least. But again, there isn't a huge difference between any of the rooms. Initially, we discussed having the 2 best rooms pay a rent difference. But between the 4 of us, I was the only one willing to pay a difference. One of the girls is funding her housing entirely on her own, and one doesn't want to ask her parents, although she said they would be willing to pay, and one doesn't want to pay increased rent. 2 out of 3 are being paid entirely by parents, and 1 girl is using federal aid in her own savings. The other 3 said that they would be okay to randomize the room selection. I am not okay with that. In the past, I have not communicated my preferences and wants, and then felt upset with the results. The thing is, my parents already agreed that if I wanted a room, they would be okay with the higher rent. Therefore, I made sure that I said that I would prefer not to randomize the room selection because I know that if I did get the bottom room with less light, it would bother me because then you have the least desirable room and you're paying an equal amount to a better room. All three of them agreed on randomizing, but we have said that anyone can guarantee their room by paying an extra $30 to the roommate, getting the least desirable room per month. I am the only one willing to do this. So the three of them agreed they could randomize between the remaining three rooms. We have also just suggested buying shared household goods in a place of a rent difference. The thing is, my parents are well off. They already agreed that if I wanted a room, they would be okay with the higher rent. I did not ask them to pay it. They asked if we had decided the rooms yet, and I told them we were deciding between doing a rent difference or randomization. They told me that if there was a rent difference, they would be okay to cover that. The thing is, the two other girls likely wouldn't be able to afford the increased rent. After seeing all the rooms, I realized there really isn't a huge difference. So while I think that I would be a little upset over getting the least desirable room, I would also think that it wouldn't affect my life that much. If I keep with the increased rent to get the best room, knowing that it was not truly a choice for my other friends, would I be the asshole?
I don't. Okay, so like I was with her in the beginning, with her, him, and then I'm like, she's got having. I'm just gonna say her. I'm like falling off a little bit because like you're saying it's not that big of a deal. The room's pretty much the same, but that one is more desirable. But really, it's not that big of a deal. Like you're going so much back and forth. If you really want it, and they agreed it's okay, just pay the extra $30 a month. If you don't want to, if you don't want to spend the extra 30, then just randomize it and not be mad you don't have more light. Personally, I like a cave for my bedroom. Like I have a painted dark, I've got shades and then curtains. I like a dark room. I like to sleep in the dark. So like I would really be like, I don't need the nicer room.
Yeah, I agree.
So I guess
Yeah,
if you have roommates though, you might spend a little bit more time in your bedroom. So I kind of get that too.
yeah. It's a little weird. It's too much back and forth. Like, obviously, if you going this back and forth, they're gonna be upset if you do just pay the extra money, I think.
Yeah, like, if you think they'll be upset because they can't afford it, then just randomize and just everyone pay their equal share. Because it doesn't sound like other than it having more light, it sounds like it's pretty much the same size. All the rooms seem pretty equal, just 2 are darker and 2 are a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
So, like, the back if she would've ended it, like, in the beginning, I would've been like, "Yeah, just pay the extra. They've already agreed, it's fine." But then, like, the back and forth and the back and forth, like, I don't know if they're just so worried about upsetting the friends or if you truly know they will be upset. I don't know.
Top comment, if your parents can afford it, get something on your own. I can see this ending up being on Reddit for a roommate drama already.
That's true too. You're not even living together, like
Yeah, and there's already some issues.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's, like, so noticeable that everyone really wants that room, you should randomize it. Because if it's like, "Oh my god, it's so desired," but if everyone's like, "Well, they're pretty much the same, I don't really care." That one's, "Yeah, yeah, a little bigger, a little bit more light." You know what I mean? Like, there's clearly like, we've rented houses before, like, for vacations. There's clearly a difference when people have really nice rooms or if
Mm,
they're just pretty equal.
yeah. And another comment, everyone else wants to randomize it, so why do you think your preference is more important? No one wants the crappy room, and everyone wants the nice room, so this is the only fair way to do it. I totally get being disappointed by the outcome, but you don't get to override everyone else because your parents said they pay more. That's like the least relevant detail. If you want to be the sole decision maker, you should live on your own. You would be the asshole if you refuse to accept that you've been outvoted.
Yeah, I agree with that statement, actually.
I agree too.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's clearly the better room. And then they're like, "Oh, well, I can afford." Because what are they all paying 800 each, or is this house, like, pretty cheap?
800 each.
Oh, okay, alright, that makes sense. I'm like, "Sounds like a really big house, really cheap. Is it in a safe area?" It's only $800 a month, I'd be a little concerned. No,
No, 800 times 4, that's pretty pricey.
that is pricey. Wow. Like, that's what you pay, like, on a fancy vacation, like, when you split it, but, like, for per month, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But still cheaper than, I guess, if you wanted to go on your own, because it's hard even finding out, like, a one-bedroom apartment nowadays under $1,000 in the United
Oh,
States.
yeah.
So, plus utilities and everything else, Wi-Fi and all that. So, yeah, either suck it up or get your own place, Buttercup.
Yep. That's what I agree.
Yeah. No. The more I'm thinking, I'm like, "Yeah, it's a really nice room." That's like my house, and yeah, I have a three-bedroom. One room's really small, but it fits like a twin and a dresser and a small closet. The second room's a little bit bigger with a ginormous it's a pretty big closet, actually. And then my room has its own bathroom and a walk-in closet. Like, which one's better? You know what I mean?
I feel like, yeah, my house too is like technically 3 bedrooms, but one is tiny. And then the other 2 I think are very similar in size, at least.
Mhm.
I think one is definitely bigger. So it would be one thing that, like, the other 2 where it's one's like, "Ah, I think that one's a little bigger," but can you imagine, like, just getting stuck in that tiny bedroom?
Yeah. Right. Like or like, could you imagine your old bedroom as you got older? It was
Yeah,
small, you fit like a small dresser and a twin size bed fit in there and a nightstand, but that's pretty much it.
yeah.
And the closet was small, you'd have to be a minimalist, you can't have a lot of clothes. Serena, get down. Serena's sitting on top and looking at Gizmo, and he's trying to peck at her feet.
Oh my gosh.
She's, like, picking him up like, "Oh, he's trying to get me." Probably because you also tried to get him a lot. This morning, I found her laying on top of it.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, "Serena, get down." She actually listens.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Doesn't stop her from doing it, though, but when I tell her to get down, she listens. You don't really get to see her because when people come over, she hides. Well, you usually bring dogs, though, so maybe if you didn't have dogs, you might see her.
Yeah, it's funny, came in your house the other day with the dog after going outside, and I could just see 2 cat bodies quickly running to the basement.
Aw, yeah, they're scared petrified of your dog. So funny.
Alright,
Yes.
next we're going to r/relationship_advice, posted by mother_technology772. I, 29 female, found something else on my husband's 38 male's phone, and all I feel is peace. Is it weird?
Hmm. I don't know, I need more.
Alright. I, 29 female, need some outside perspective because I don't know if I'm overreacting or if I'm finally seeing things clearly. My husband, 38 male, and I have a 10-month-old son back in October. I found, oh, sorry, I have a 10-month son. Back in October of 2025, I found messages between him and another woman. The conversations weren't explicitly sexual, but they were frequent, personal, and included late night chats. They were Facebook and Insta friends, and I kept noticing he was liking all her pics. I'd asked him if he was talking to her, and he told me no. And I believed him. When I found the messages, it completely shattered my trust. He claimed she meant nothing to him, blocked her, and we tried to move forward. Since then, rebuilding trust has been incredibly difficult. He did make efforts to reassure me, and I tried to believe him. I'm currently in India on maternity leave with our baby, surrounded by my family. My husband joined us in June of 2026, but something fell off when he arrived, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I even jokingly asked if he had already done it before coming, and he seemed very offended by the suggestion. Today, I went through his phone. I couldn't find messages with the woman, but I did discover that he had unblocked her. Maybe there were no conversations, but I don't understand why he would unblock someone who nearly destroyed our marriage. Then I found something else. I found text messages from a message place. I looked from a massage place. I looked up the business, and it appears to be one of those places that offers happy endings.
Yeah, gross.
The me- the messages include photos of women. I confronted him, and he denied doing anything. The problem is that because of what happened before, I don't believe him. What surprised me most was my reaction. The first betrayal hurt so badly that this time I almost felt numb. I wanted to cry, but my tears wouldn't come. But it's like I already expected to be disappointed. I had told him that after the first incident, if I found anything else, I was done. I was seriously considering quitting my job to stay home with our child, but now I'm questioning everything. Part of me feels like this is a sign not to give up my financial independence. One thing that has surprised me is how calm I feel. I'm hurt, but I'm also numb. The first breach of trust affected me so deeply that I think part of me has been preparing for this possibility ever since. To be clear, I'm not in denial and I'm not acting out of emotion. I feel fully capable of thinking clearly about my situation. In fact, what I'm feeling most right now is a sense of peace. For the first time, I'm finding myself looking forward to the possibility of life without him. Not because I think being single is exciting or because I'm interested in someone else. It's much simpler than that. When I imagine a future on my own, what I feel is peace and quiet. No wondering if I'm being lied to, no checking for signs that something is off, no constantly trying to rebuild trust that keeps getting broken. Being the best version for me and my child. The feeling alone has me questioning whether this marriage is already over in my heart.
Yeah, I know women that have had, infidelity in their marriage or just relationships, dating. And even when they just kind of move forwards with that trust, it's really hard to rebuild without therapy. At least that's my opinion. I think you need some therapy with that, couples counseling. But they tend to be like always waiting for the other foot to drop, like waiting for them to cheat sometimes, at least for a little while. And I think because that trust, it's so sacred. And then, you always hear once a cheater, always a cheater. Like that's, you hear that from the time that as soon as you start dating and something happens, right? So I think that's always in like people's minds. So yeah, I'm sorry she just had a baby. I don't like that she said, I can't believe he blocked a woman that almost ruined our marriage. It's not the woman that almost ruined your marriage. Like, yes, she's a part of it. Your
But it's his.
husband
Yes.
your husband's the one that made the promise to you. Your husband decided to unblock somebody that, caused issues in your marriage. It's on him, not her. So,
Yes.
I think it's easier to blame the other woman, though, just because or the other partner, depending, just because, like, because you love that person, and it's so much easier to direct so much more anger and hatred towards someone else
Mhm.
instead of the person that actually betrayed you. So, yeah, I think at this point, keep working. I would divorce him. I would say this is clear evidence. Why'd you unblock her? You went for a place knowing that there's happy endings. Why'd you choose that place out of all the massage parlors, right? Like,
Yeah.
we were building trust. I'm in India. I was away from you, and this is what you're choosing. I can't trust you anymore. I'm out.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it stinks because she would have been able to come home, but at this point, I think not having that financial freedom of, having her career would put her in a worse spot because now you're feel like kind of stuck, and that's unfortunate, and that makes me angry at him.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because if you want to stay home with your child, if you could afford it on one income, you should be able to, but now he's taken that option away.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's not a good person.
Mm. No.
Let him be
Tops.
single.
Top comment, divorce him, use the money for a therapist.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, I don't know if she's gonna stay in India or whatever country that I don't know what did they live in the United States before? I don't know. Did it
It
say?
didn't say.
Yeah. So, you know, do make sure you have your people around you. Maybe you would stay in India. I don't know if that's best for you or your child or where you're working, but definitely do whatever's right for you.
Mm.
Because honestly, he didn't consider you in any of his decisions. So now it's time for you to focus on you and your child. Obviously, it's better for a child to be around two parents, but you also have to do what's right for you where you have the most support.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel bad for her. But the statistics are high. I mean, he cheated beforehand, but the statistics are high of how many men cheat when women are pregnant. It's terrible.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Another comment. I remember hearing a story of a girl not long ago who found out her boyfriend was cheating, but instead of breaking up immediately, simply started using him to her advantage instead. She kept her job and she started spending less of her money and more of his money on bills and groceries. By the time she left him when their lease was up, she had a good amount of savings to rebuild her life after she left him. I think about this often. Like, girl, if you're emotionally at peace, just use him. It's the least he could do for betraying your marriage vows.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to take like a little, like maybe you're not going to be home a year or just stay home, but instead of going back at like, 12 weeks or whenever you're going back,
Mhm.
take a little bit of an extension. Enjoy your maternity leave and then start saving. And start
Yeah.
saving money for him. If daycare, let him pay for the full amount of daycare and or childcare, whether it's private or, individual. Or if you have family members babysitting, you know what? That he should pay them too. Because they're taking the time with you. Well, just make sure, yeah, you can use it. I don't think for me mentally, once I'm done, I'm done. Like I couldn't use someone like that. But if she can,
Yeah.
I think just to be home a little bit longer, I would do it that way, but that'd be it
Mhm.
for me.
I agree.
All right. How about one more?
We'll do one more. We'll do r/am I the asshole? Am I posted by Bill Dents 285. Am I the asshole for turning off the Wi-Fi on my wife during her me time?
Yes, absolutely yes.
I work from home and my wife is the stay-at-home mom to our 2-year-old. Every night after we put our son down, I do whatever needs to be done. Dishes, tidy up, then hop online for 1 hour to game with friends. It's my only break. She gets her breaks during his nap. Lately, she started staying more on her phone. I leave work more times than I can count to attend to the kid. So now, after bedtime, she goes to the bedroom, and if I'm there, then sitting room to be alone and scroll on TikTok and Netflix for 2+ hours. Meanwhile, I'm doing all the chores and watching the baby monitor alone. Last night, our son woke up crying at about 10 p.m. I knocked on the bedroom door, but no answer. I knocked harder, and she asked me to deal with it. I handled the baby, but was exhausted. Around 11 p.m., she still hadn't come out of the bedroom, and I was just in the sitting room. I texted her to ask about plans for the baby's last load of laundry, and she didn't reply. I knew she was awake and on her phone, so I went to the router and paused her device Wi-Fi, and I was hoping, and paused her device's Wi-Fi. I was hoping she was asleep or just wasn't minding her phone, but she came out 2 minutes later, furious. That I'm being controlling, and we had an argument, and she slept on the couch. I feel like I need to adjust our schedule now. Am I the asshole for trying to get her attention this way?
No, actually, no, he's not the asshole.
No.
No, like she might have postpartum. Something could be going on. If she's disassociating with the child, or maybe she's just exhausted from all day. She's like, okay, this is your time with the child now. I had the time before. So that could be it. But you need to have a discussion. Do I think you should be? I mean, I know you turned it off 'cause you're angry. I don't like the whole punishment thing that people do sometimes. Just you could have also marched in there and being like, "What the heck? I'm taking care of the baby. I'm doing everything. Plus, I'm working. Like, I know you work hard during the day with the baby, but I need you to engage right now." You know what I mean? Like, you have
Mhm.
to have, and then later on, have a conversation when nobody's angry or annoyed or frustrated, and be like, "Look, like, what is going on? Do you need to see someone?" Because she could be depressed. And sometimes when you stay home, it's a little isolating. So maybe she's feeling isolated, so you got to find out like what's going on with her. Is she just being like checked out and like, oh, he can deal with it? Or is something more going on?
Yeah. So in the comments, most people are saying he's the asshole or everyone's the asshole.
Oh, they're saying everyone sucks. I mean, yeah, I guess everyone sucks for turning off the Wi-Fi, right? She sucks for not engaging and helping. He sucks for turning off the Wi-Fi. I can see that take.
Yeah, so there's an everyone sucks here. Seek professional help, marriage counseling or a shrink. This is not something you come to Reddit for. And then there is you're the asshole. One too many times have I seen people post here essentially saying their partner is not listening or helping them out. And instead having an actual face-to-face conversation with them, the OP instead does something petty and wonders why everyone is calling him an a-hole. I get it, you're upset and feel neglected, but the response to that is never, I'm going to do this petty thing in order to get their attention. That's what tweens who haven't matured do, not adults. If you want serious advice, go talk to a marriage counselor and actually talk out your problems with a professional mediator. And don't be doing petty shit to get people's attention.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a little harsh. I just, but because I can also see the being the person that's frustrated, right? You're just like, what the heck is going on? I mean, I'm thinking more is going on if he's leaving work to help take care of the baby. Like, what is happening? If she's just on the phone or scrolling, something is going on with her,
Yeah.
whether it's mental health, hormones, or she's checked out of the marriage and I don't know. You know what I mean? Something's clearly going on.
Mhm. Another comment, you can't even manage the baby for a couple of hours without being pissed and resorting to petty backhanded tactics. Imagine how she feels. Everyone is kind of saying he's the asshole.
Yeah. Well, because I think if anyone's ever stayed home with a baby, it's a lot of hard work. Like I did it. I really loved it. But some people, it stresses them out, right? And you're like, okay, you could handle it for the couple hours. I did the bulk of the work when you guys were babies. So it was pretty much just me doing that type of work. So I never had like that 50-50 or someone else did the bath time or, you know what I mean? I didn't have that. And your dad did travel. So it's not fully his fault. So he didn't know the routines either. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. But again, every partnership, every relationship's different. So maybe that was their deal. You're you're on the second half of the day, I'm on during the day. So maybe it's his shift. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, I don't know. Everyone else, it seems like most couples have their own like situation set up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um, yeah. Another everyone sucks here. Your both parents act like it. My wife needed mental health breaks, especially with postpartum. Does getting off work and then having to do the house stuff suck? Yeah, it does. But she needed the help and you're able to do it, it would seem. Should she have done it as her stay at home mom part? Yeah, sure. Just talk to each other. It's not that hard. I have 7 kids. I work and do house chores daily. You have to too. That's life.
Well, right. Does he think that if she was going to stay home, he wouldn't have to do any housework? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, yeah, you stay home, but like you're doing a lot. So when you're home with the baby, so I don't know. Yeah, it's just interesting dynamic. Does he comment a lot or no?
Nope, nothing, none that I can see.
Oh, so he just wanted everyone on his side.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering if it was supposed to be like 50-50. Like, okay, I'll stay home, but I'm gonna need a mental health break. You and saying, oh, well, that when the baby's napping, that's your time. A lot of times, that's when your time is to shower, do something like nap time isn't really your true break. Like, come on.
No.
So yeah, I think maybe I got it wrong and Reddit maybe got it right. I don't know. I would have liked to hear more from him.
Yeah. Very interesting. But that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
All right. I think we had you chose good Reddit stories tonight.
Thank you.
So thank you everyone for joining us. It's so funny that Lucas has been in like part of the podcast every night. He must be busy tonight because this is the first time he hasn't been when I actually introduced him and then didn't talk much.
Nah, he was running back and forth doing stuff for the hallway.
Yeah, he's busy. All right. Like, follow, subscribe. You can find us on the Raining Cancer Dogs Instagram. Tell your friends. Where else can they find us on Reddit?
R_cats_dogs_pod.
All right. You can join us next week and have a great week, everyone, and be kind.
Bye.
Bye.